Welcome back to the Mopar International Drag Racing Hall of Fame induction ceremony. The camera behind me, well, it kind of symbolizes the next person that's getting inducted into the Great Hall. This person has been a drag racer, a sanctioning body owner, and the executive producer of Inside Drag Racing. With great pleasure, we send it to the podium and Mr. Ted Jones.
I have to thank my daughters, Holly and Linda Faye, and I'll tell you why. Because I was always at a drag race every weekend, whether it was as a track operator or whether it was with the sanctioning body or shooting TV. There's a lot of things I didn't get to do with my daughters, and they never, ever complained. You could see the influence was there. They found out if they wanted to spend some time with Dad, they had to go to the drag races, so they did. And you could see it because, for instance, when Holly's little friends came over and said, and she's just a little girl, you know, let's watch a movie, let's watch Cinderella. She said, no, let's watch Heart Like a Wheel. Again. The child wore out 3 videos of that movie. And my oldest daughter, Linda Faye, when the kids would come over and they want to talk about Barbie doll collections, and let me show you my spark plug collection. She had a spark plug collection. This one came from Big Daddy's car. This one came from TV Tommy's car. This one came from the Grumps car. It was absolutely amazing. Fast forward 30 years, this same child that had a spark plug collection is now a special judge in Common Pleas Court presiding in Nashville, Tennessee. And there's 2 guys arguing over an engine. And the guy says, Your Honor, in order for you to understand the problem with this engine, it's going to be necessary for me to explain to you how a camshaft functions and what it does in an engine. She looked at him and she said, that won't be necessary. I know exactly what a camshaft does. I was raised at a drag strip. And I'm back there in the back of the courtroom going, you tell him, Judge. You didn't learn that at law school.
Our next inductee, Jim McClellan, had a great and storied history as a driver and as a drag strip owner. In 1957, Jim opened the doors to Champion Speed Shop in San Francisco. That's also the home of the first dragsters that he built, the Champion Speed Shop blown small block Chevrolet-powered top fuel dragsters. Jim was one of the very first racers to wear a fire suit. Not content to be a speed shop owner or racer, he also opened Half Moon Bay Drag Strip.
You know, in preparing for this, it's tough. I mean, when you lose your dad, but there's a part of him that will always be with us, and there was a part of him that he just loved drag racing. You know, towards the end, I mean, you talk to him and his eyes would light up just at the mention of, you know, how we did at the track and how are people doing and so forth. He would want to thank Don Garlits and Pat for everything that they've done for drag racing and for the McLennan family and promoting drag racing in Northern California. I don't think Don ever said no to Dad with the famous Garlits versus Prudhomme Little Red Wagon events at Half Moon Bay and Fremont. Don, thank you. Thank you for being a part of our family. Thank you for everything that you've done for all of us.
Our next inductee is Davey O'Hara. He is a chassis builder supreme. And I guess what you have to say is how good a person is whether you would use his product. Well, in 1981, I was not running the AHRA circuit because I didn't have a reverser in Swamp Rat 26. Well, I decided that I wanted to run the Winter Nationals, so I went down to Davey O'Hara's shop in Northern California, and he put the back half on Swamp Rat 26 so that I could put a reverser in the car and run the NHRA circuit. That was the last time we ever had to back half the car because, let me tell you, Davey built one fine rear half a car. It was strong, and it did a good job. A wonderful, likable guy, still building cars to this day, Davey O'Hara, a very deserving inductee.
It doesn't take just one person to make this whole thing happen. There are my friends and family that stuck by me, my employees that have made me what I am today. You don't do it all alone. It takes all those people to make it happen. And I want to thank my daughter, Christina, who's here tonight, came all the way back here for me. She stuck with me all these years. I have not been the best father figure in her life, but she's still with me, and I really thank her for being here. Thank Don Garlits for this event. I mean, it couldn't happen without Don, I don't think. And the whole Hall of Fame, International Hall of Fame, it's a great honor to be here. And I thank you.
The NHRA Sportsman Spotlight with Bob Fry, featuring a closer look at NHRA sportsman drag racers and their racing activities at different drag strips across the nation. Brought to you by Duplicolor, the leader in automotive paints, primers, and coatings.
One of the intriguing stories in the alcohol funny car pit area this year centers around Marty Nothstein. Marty's driving the Parker family team car sponsored by Texas Roadhouse. Nobody loves the outdoors more than this guy, an Olympic gold medal cyclist. And you tell me everybody out here is just tickled to death that the drag racing's on the Outdoor Channel because you guys love it. And everybody here is a big outdoors fan, huh?
Oh yeah, we got a crew full of outdoorsmen, myself included. I'm a big archery hunter. I love going out west every year and chasing deer and ducks. And if I'm not spending time thinking about drag racing, or in my prior career racing bicycles, I was always outside hunting and fishing.
Of course, now you're going to spend this weekend chasing like Frank Manzo and Bob Newberry, but you got a great team here.
You know what? There's some pretty big fish to catch right there, but we're going to do our best on our end. We got a great team behind me, and I'm just going to do my job as a driver. And, we're sneaking up on them. We won in Bradenton, and we look forward to the rest of the year.
Tell us what it's like to be with this team, because they really have the best of everything.
They really do have the best of everything, and one thing they really have, which is superior than most of the other teams out here, is a great attitude, and with a good attitude and good equipment, good things happen. So again, I couldn't be more excited about the season.
Olympic gold medalist, alcohol funny car racer, avid outdoorsman. Next time we get a chance to talk to him, we'll talk to him about the one that got away. Had to be at least one that got away.